welcome to this reading. Most High God, if there's anybody trying to interfere with this reading, please block them so we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. So let's find out what it is that God wants us to know today. Okay, so the subject matter of this reading today: don't waste your time on that. Be productive, be constructive. So there's something going on and you feel like you need to do something about it, but the truth is there's nothing that you can do. So whatever this is, God says don't waste your time on it. Just be productive, be constructive. So this could be worrying. Perhaps you're allowing worries about some area of your life to kind of take over your day or your days. Okay? You're thinking too much about something or someone. Okay? These could be desires. These could be bills. These could be whatever it is that's stopping you from being productive or constructive. God says, don't waste your time on that. So, what's that thing that's making you unproductive? God said, don't waste your time on that. Okay? So, before we move on, let's get some more details about what area of life this is. Get more specific. But if there's anything stopping you from being productive, great advice would be not to waste your time on that. Because while you're wasting your time on whatever this is that's stopping you from being productive, the productions that you need to be taken care of are being neglected. And then that problem is going to lead to another problem and another problem and another problem. So it's about managing your time responsibly. Okay. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got fungal infection. So that could talk about, from a medical perspective, it talks about illness, okay? Or from a psychological perspective, it talks about just anything that's stopping you from being productive. From a physical aspect, it could be talking about anything like bills, your car broke down, your children are giving you way too much trouble than you can handle. Because you know, when it comes to children, sometimes it's better to allow people to make their mistakes. Because after you've warned them and you've warned them and you've tried to guide them and you tried to guide them and you tried to guide them, there's a point where you should stop. Because the more you try to push them in the right direction and they're pushing you away, is the more you're actually annoying them. And you're just going to make your relationship with them a bit harder than it needs to be. So it is your job to steer them in the right direction. But if they insist that they're going to do whatever you're advising them against, let them, so that they will experience what you're trying to save them from. Just be there to help them get back up. And that will be a pivotal moment in your relationship whereby they will learn to have more faith in your judgment. Okay? So allowing somebody you love to fall, it's not such a bad thing once you've tried your best anyway. If you don't try it, they're going to say you didn't care. But make sure that you put in your effort as being your brother or sister's keeper. And then whatever they choose to do with their advice, then let them. So let's hone in on what area of life this is talking about. Okay, so we got loss of magical abilities, but it came out in the reverse. Okay, so it's in the reverse. So, loss of magical abilities in the reverse means that you have your magical abilities. So, what was that subject matter again? Don't waste your time on that. Be productive. So, you have the power to do something. Magical abilities loss of magical abilities in the reverse means that you have the ability to do something. But whatever this thing is bad for you. Fungal infection. So it's like whatever your crime. Yeah, whatever your loss of hearing, whatever you're thinking of doing, it's a bad idea. So God is saying that your time could be better spent doing something productive or constructive. So whatever crime you're about to use your powers to commit, God is advising you against that. Okay, so you're trying to get something to go in your favor and you're willing to use all your faculties, everything that's available to you to make it happen. But whatever this thing is, it is not in your best interest. Okay, so don't waste your time on that. Be constructive, be productive. That's the subject matter. So you're about to fuck yourself up with something that you're planning on doing just because you have the power to do so. And whatever it is, it's bad, it's illegal. So this is like somebody did something to you. Somebody did something to you and you want to retaliate. Because we got lots of magical abilities in the reverse as the message. So that means you can actually do something. The underlying issue is some hardship that somebody caused you. Some crime against you. And we got loss of hearing will lead to a loss of your psychic abilities. So you're going to fuck your own psyche up. So if you don't listen to this message and leave revenge alone at this time, vengeance is the Lord's, I hear. Okay, so leave the vengeance up to your God. Because when people do us wrong and we try to take matter in our own hands to bring justice to our situation, it's understandable to want to do that, but there's a point where you need to stop. Because if your justice goes beyond the point that is justified, you then become the criminal. So whatever situation you're involved in is complicated. So rather than try to seek your own justice, God says just be productive. That'll be a better way to expend your energy. Okay? So be productive. Don't be mad. Well, don't spend a long time being angry. It's understandable to be angry, but snap out of it and go do something meaningful with yourself. Okay? So your loss of hearing will lead to a loss of your control over your own mental. Okay? And then we have this blank card, like God said, that's all I got to say to you. All right? So yeah, somebody did do something to you and you have the power to do something back, but God says, don't waste your time on that. Okay? I got this. So God is about to execute justice on your behalf. Don't put a time limit on it. Okay? Let God do whatever it's doing in its own way, in its own time. Right? Because the truth of the matter is, God seeking justice on our behalf is quite like a good prison. When you go to a good prison, you come out a new person because there are programs in there to help you become a better version of yourself. A prison that actually care. Okay? So when it comes to God and God seeking justice on our behalf, God also wants to reform the one who committed the crime. So the same way you would like to have a chance to become your best self is the same way you should allow someone else to have the chance to become their best self. So yes, they did something wrong to you, But no, you do not have to retaliate, because God has a better plan that's going to bless you and bless the culprit themselves by helping the culprit to become a better version of themselves. So there will be less chance of them violating you in the way that they did before. So it's like offering them the opportunity to heal once and for all, making the world a better place. Okay, so leave vengeance alone, leave revenge alone. God can do a much better job. Okay, and that's God's advice to you. Leave it. Don't worry about it. You're going to get your justice, and God is using your situation to teach them a lesson about the quality of human being they are and the quality of human being they could and should be. Okay, so God is about to whoop their ass. Yeah, from the inside out. So they will have no peace of mind. They're about to basically punish themselves. So the first card we have to come out is connections in low places. Connections in low places. Then we have this is organized crime involving government officials. they always like okay, so we got you won or succeeded. Lies aren't working anymore. So you already won. Whoever you are, you already won. Okay, so let's dig into this. Let's see what this is saying. So we got connections in low places. So it looked like whatever's happening in your life, whatever crime is being committed against you, is being done by people around you, like regular people around you. But really and truly, there are people in very high places who have put them on your case. So whoever you're seeing, whoever you want to get revenge on, they are not the root of your attack. They're just the fall guy. They're just the face. They're just the scapegoat. Really and truly, it's the government that's fucking with you. Okay? People in high positions with power. So the question is, who are you for these level of people to be fucking with you? So for you to have haters in such high places, it means that you are someone of high repute as well. Even if you don't hold a seat like that in society, just know that they see your potential and they're fighting your potential. They're fighting who they know you are about to be. So by you taking that detour, trying to get revenge on these little pian people, you're not even getting to the bottom of your situation anyway if you fight against these people, if you cuss these people. These are the people who are really doing what you're doing what is being done to you. Okay? So for these people to have their mind and eye set on you, you have to realize how important you are in the grand scheme of things. If you didn't know, take this opportunity to take time to think about who you truly are. And why would this level of people be trying to fight you? Why would they be trying to break you? Why would they be trying to derail you? It's because of what you are about to become if you stay on a focused path. So God is saying, be productive. That is staying on your focused path. So in spite of whatever anybody do to you, the objective here is to stay focused, because you've already won. The lies that they're telling on you, they're not working anymore. You've already won. So there's nothing for you to fight for. Move on with your life and just do you. Let the dogs bark. Okay? And let God knock out their teeth. So, yeah. So for you to now try to seek justice for yourself is to be derailed. Because obviously they're making it look like nobody's doing anything to you. These are smart people who have chosen to attack you. They're obviously going to cover their tracks. So if you start retaliating against them, it's going to look like you are the instigator rather than the victim. And that's going to paint you in a certain light in the minds of the people observing you, the people who don't know what's going on. So even if you have something to say publicly, use your rational mind and conduct yourself in how should I describe this? A composed manner. Because sometimes you just need to let stuff out, get it off your chest. So there may be some things that you want to get off your chest before you can happily move on. Because me, when I'm being attacked, it feels good to just say what I got to say, because it's like, why am I carrying this burden? I want you to know how I feel. And because you're attacking me, I know you're going to be minding my business. So I'm going to use my platform to tell you what I have to say so that I can merrily move on. Okay? So that's putting that negative energy where it belongs. All right, so let's look at the underlying issue here. So we got code word. You see that's the secrecy card. So like I said, when they're doing what they're doing to you, they're doing it in such a subtle way that to anybody observing you, unless they know what's being done to you, they won't see anything really being done to you. Everything will look like it's your fault. And this is why it's important for you to not retaliate in an irrational manner. Do not use your anger. Use your reasoning power. Okay? And for the secrecy, we got time is running out. So soon it won't be a secret anymore. Because God is working on fixing justice. God is working on activating karma in your situation. But you've already won because you didn't do anything. So your job is to just do what is your purpose. What's your duty? Stay focused on your work, your family, your health, things that make you and your people happy. And let God take care of the rest. Okay? Because these people are bigger than you. God has a way of delegating people to sort out matters like these. We may not see them, but they're there. You have to use your faith to know that God has a way of activating even people within government itself to bring you the justice that you deserve and get them the karma that they deserve. Because that's what's happening in my case. So they all started off as a group trying to destroy me. And right now, within that very group, because of my innocence, those who are not in agreement when it comes to the principle of my case, they are fighting against those who are out of order. Is it? Because even though they all get together to be one, to be a support system for each other, their principles set them apart. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And some people, they don't play about that. Because they know the repercussions. And some of them who don't know the repercussions, they will grow to know the repercussions. Because you put your hand on fire enough times, it's gonna soon dawn on you, yo, this shit is, it hurts me every time I touch it. I need to stop touching that. Right? So let the garbage take itself out. And let God delegate those who are capable of managing such toxic waste. Take care of that. You go take care of yourself and your family, your loved ones, friends, network, family, self, shit like that. Okay? Because time is running out. They can't keep it a secret anymore. You can't use lies against you anymore. So time is running out and the culprit has to move on. They have to let you go. So the battle is already done and you've already won. Number of persons involved more than 10,000. You definitely cannot fight all these people by yourself. Deception. So they were trying to destroy your persona. They're trying to destroy your reputation. They're trying to provoke you to make you behave like who you are not. And this is why it's important not to be loud, not to be unreasonable. If you're gonna speak your whatever you have to say to get off your chest, make sure you use reasoning, truth. Keep your composure. It's not how loud you speak, it's what you have to say. That's where the real power is. So yeah, they were trying to deceive a lot of people about you. And this is the thing. People don't understand exactly how powerful influence is. So you must be a person who has the power to influence others. You have the power to change others' lives. So if they're constructing manipulation tactics and psyops, psychological operations, to disturb your peace and make you behave in a certain way, these people who would otherwise be moved by your influence in a positive way, they would no longer believe in you. They would talk badly about you rather than see the goodness that you bring to the table. So for right now, you're looking good, you're doing good. Don't let them break you. Don't let them break your composure. You've already won. And you will keep on winning by keeping your composure and staying focused on what is your concern. Because it's too many people here for you to try to fight. This enemy you have is much bigger than yourself. This is a God job. And God knows exactly whose heart to manipulate or inspire to do the right thing. And some of these people are going to be right inside their organization. Okay? So you don't need to worry about anything. Interesting. I was reading some comments here online. Anywho, ignoring that. Yeah, so that's the message that we got for you. Right? I'm trying to remember what it was about. Oh yes, God saying you have the power to fuck some people up, but don't, because that's what they want you to do. Okay? So don't take up no gun, no sharp tools. Don't go on a rampage. Yeah, Just be nice, be kind, but be wise. And promote and demote people from your life as you see necessary. Do not invite the culprits into your life, because even though they're in low places, they're still the enemy. They're not the ones, they're not the source of your distress. They're just the tools that are being used to distress you. You could take yourself away from them, keep them out of your personal space. That would be a great idea. Okay? So, any magic you want to use, let it be that. Yeah, stop it allowing certain people to come to your house. Stop picking up certain people's phone calls. Stop going out certain places. Shit like that. Clean up your environment of all toxicity. Okay, these toxic people. So, yeah, that's all we got for you. So, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my darlings, good luck.